Welcome back to Critics News on another edition with more update. Don't forget, say who no go no no and who naked. You know they put hand for pocket and aruba for or this year called womenala. Okay, otra. Let's go straight with details. Now the information has come that IPOB will lock down Biafra land. If Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not released with immediate alacrity, I say good one. You cannot be holding our Odogu inside that dungeon and you want us to. That is why when I saw you people laughing, I was like, what are you laughing about? That they brought me. That is his right. They need to bring him. So more pressure should be, enforced. When I want to go do election, you want to elect one stooge, one Fulani, I don't know how to call it there, that will be doing like Hopos or them will be using bomb to bomb farmers. If that is what you want to do, it ain't gonna work out that way, man. Come on. Okay, Ota. I hope the cap is not disturbing you people. No, let it stay here. Anambra election won't hold if Kano isn't released. IPOB vows, IPOB vex with red eye. I saw IPOB when they were talking. No, the eyes was red. I say no. If these Southeast governors knows what is coming for them, they will repent overnight. Now, the indigenous people of Biafra has declared a 1-week sit-at-home protest across the Southeast state, starting from November 5th, the eve of the governorship election in Anambra State. So I want to make you understand. This is coming from the DOS. This is not like unlike before that we will say individually, say, oh yeah, sit at home. IPOB will say, no, we have cancelled it, but if you want to stay, that is voluntary. This is authoritatively. You are being told. You are being advised. You are being warned. I don't know the language that you understand. That is why I'm using different ones to explain so you understand what I'm talking about here. IPOB's media and publicity secretary, Emma Powerful, in a statement on Saturday in Awka, the Anambra state capital, said the protest was aimed at prevailing on the federal government to release its leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The group vowed that the protest would go on as planned if Kanu was not released before November 4th. So, if all of you Southeast governors, if you not like, Muna go they sleep inside house. So this one is sweeting me. It sweet me now, but I still have issues. DOS, Muna do something. Muna do something. They know what I'm talking about. When I speak like this, there is a machine that will interpret it to them. You know what that boy is? The thing we wind the language and interpret to them, so they know what I'm talking about. Now, Kanu is facing trial on a 7-count charge, amended 7-count amended charge bordering on treason and terrorism. Terrorism. And he has been in the UK. Nobody has arrested him. IPOB has been protesting all around the world. Nobody has harassed them. Even though Igbo people are joining in the protest, nobody has harassed us. But in Nigeria, that is how to know when you call a country a zoo. Just just do protest and you are gone. Now, the federal government had blamed the IPOB leader for the murder of Dr. Chike Akonyele, the husband of a former Director General of the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, late Professor Dora Akonyele, which the federal government killed. This Professor Dora Akonyele, they say she she was the one who informed us about the death of Yaradua. And that cost her own life. You see it? No, a presidential committee set up by the president, Muhammadu Buhari, had also accused Kanu of being responsible for the murder of a former presidential aide, Ahmad Gulak, and over 184 others in the southeast. So, Buhari is just, I don't know whether it's Malami. Some people are just there writing, which number do we accuse him of killing now? Okay, I'm going to write 184. Write 184. This is how they come up with this number. Now, over IPOB is crying out that over 20,000 people, Igbo people, Biafrans, has been killed, unaccounted for. I don't even know that the paper. I hope also them. I hope. Jesus, is that not tautology? Excuse me. I hope. I hope also them. Which is I hope, comma then hope. That should be tautology. God, we're still learning. Are we still in school? I hope also them. Do you see how it sounds? Will be serious? I'll say so. Excuse me, sir. Don't be annoyed. We are we are practicing English. Sometimes I lose focus and I go back to school in the spirit. You understand? Now they say that the 24-member committee. You know that our own committee members are just very intelligent. But look at what the federal government is raising. 24 people, long. So their own is beating our own with 20. But these 4 people that we have, our committee members that are restoring normalcy up and down. I forgot. I forgot to restore normalcy, to tell the police to go about their businesses without any fear of intimidation or harassment in, is it Ebony State that they just bombed? No, wherever. So we want to urge the police to go about their businesses without any fear of intimidation or harassment, as our 4-man committee has restored peace in that location. Okay, we move. Now, they said the 24-member committee comprised members from the Federal Ministry of Justice, the Federal Ministry of Information, the Nigerian Police Force, the Department of State Services, the National Intelligence Agency, and the Defense Intelligence Agency. The committee, headed by the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Weno the Barbhead, Abubakar Malami, SAN, said, consequent upon the instigating directives of Kano, IPOB members and the Eastern Security Network carried out massive attacks on democratic institutions, especially facilities of the Independent National Electoral Commission, to hamper democratic process in Nigeria, which is a blatant lie. So, since the arrest of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, I want to ask, has there not been attacks in the country again? What about the ones in the north? What about their financiers? Why have they not been brought, at least for us to shame them? Because we know that the federal government is with those people. That is why they cannot bring them out for punishment. The federal government knows them, and they know the federal government, because these people are killing the indigenous people and taking over their lands. But when sometimes you realize that those people are the people who are still shouting that Nigeria should remain one. So why would you want to save somebody when you stretch your hand into a well? The person will want to drag you into the pit. So why would you want to save such person? You leave the person to drown. That is how life is meant to be. Don't go and kill yourself for nothing. Now, Kanu was arraigned on October 21st with journalists prevented from entering the court to cover the proceedings, and the case was adjourned till November 10 for further hearing. A country that does not allow even lawyers to enter the court, is that a country that doesn't allow journalists to cover protests, to cover their brutalities? Is that one a country? The answer is a simple no. It's not a country. But IPOB, in a statement on Saturday, asked the federal government to release Nnamdi Kanu from custody before November 4th, threatening to impose a 1-week sit-at-home order across the southeast, which could disrupt the November 6th governorship election in Anambra State. The statement read in part, following the adjournment of our great indefatigable leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's court case to November 10th, 2021 by the Federal High Court, Abuja, we, the great movement and family of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, wish to inform Biafrans, friends of Biafra, and lovers of freedom that IPOB will lock down Biafra land from November 5th to November 10th, except on Sunday, November 7th, a day our people worship the Almighty God, if the Nigerian government fails to release our leader unconditionally before 4th of November 2021. The agitating group, But here they will say he's a secessionist. Okay, let's continue. Said though it was aware of the adverse effect of the sit-at-home order on the people, it took such a drastic measure to achieve a better purpose in the collective interest of Biafrans. The statement added, "We have taken time to analyze what transpired on October 21st when our leader was arraigned and discovered that the federal government is not sincere and only wants to humiliate him and keep him perpetually in DSS custody to rot there. And we shall not agree to that nonsense." We all saw how lawyers, journalists, Igbo delegates, respected traditional rulers, and other people who came from all around the world to witness his court case were restricted and denied access into the court premises by security agents who kept them outside under the scorching sun. Is it not the order from above? Of course, that is the order from above, that they should be kept outside. If the emir or if the emir, I don't know which one, I don't even know, because small time now you will see people who went to school on the comment section helping me. If the emir or the emir, I don't know which, how do I pronounce this? I know. If the emir, okay, emir on Emiko, yeah. If the emir of the north were to be in court, do you think that DSS would lock him outside? Is it possible? Is it possible? I never know about Yoruba people. I never know about the Obas in Yoruba land. I don't know whether they would lock them outside. But Igbo people, that is to show you. So all of you should be ashamed of yourselves. Those people who are claiming to be elite, traditional rulers, you came with your attire, you wore your chieftaincy title as a king or something, and ordinary DSS that does not have the capacity to arrest an Igwe, we are banning you, pushing you away, including lawyers who will tell you, we are the law, we know the law, pushing them. So that is to show you that Nigeria is not for us. Nigeria is not for us. Let me quickly play you this video to tell you the mentality that people are using in Nigeria and why Nigeria can never ever on this earth get better again. Now watch this.
The real story is that the Emir of Kano, the deposed Emir of Kano, did not understand the responsibilities of a traditional ruler, especially for a strong institution with that of Kano. You see, the Emir of Kano was a social critic, a celebrated social critic, and there was nothing wrong with that, because he's an educated person. There's freedom of speech. Let me give you one example. When I was a deputy governor, and my former governor, Konkoso, was the governor of Kano State, Sunusi was an executive director in a bank, and he made a statement that instead of providing water in Kano State, we are building a house in Abuja. That is the house belonging to Kano State government, like any other, the lodge, the governor's lodge in Asakoro. And also he said, when we are paving the roads, tiles, in order those who are walking along the street can also walk smoothly, he said, instead of us renovating schools, we are putting, such pavements. So you can see that it was a social critic. Of course, in governance, you have to do so many things at the same time. You do not say you will do this, you will stop all other things. That was a social critic. I could remember my governor said either the bank should sack him or we should withdraw our account from that bank. And the government, the bank did not sack him. So we withdrew 969 million naira from that bank. I could remember the figures. Precisely. You see, that was the work of a social critic. But when he became the Emir of Kano, he refused to change from that stature to the stature of a traditional ruler. He's an economist, but he failed to understand. In economics, you have to inherit assets and liability. But in economy, he only inherited the assets of the traditional institution by giving orders, staying in a mansion, dressing gorgeously, being addressed as a king. But the liability of that institution, you have to watch your words. You have to watch your tongue. And he didn't do that. That was a problem.
Did you hear his own problem? Did you hear his own problem? That these people need a lot of education. These people are, I don't know how to put it. Some people, well, let's live in it. I even saw one of these guys. Is he not? They said his name is Slow Darlington. He said, oh, he doesn't want to live in a country where there will be only one tribe. You don't want to live in a country where there will be only one tribe. Then you go to the north. If you stay in the north, it's not a bad thing. I've been in this one. Let me share this video with you. He said he doesn't want to live in a country where there is only one tribe. He wants where there is a Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba. You can go to the north. There are a lot of millions of tribes there. You stay there, but as an Igbo man, as a Biafran, enough is enough. We want to go home. We want to run Gerara here. Nigeria is no longer favorable and has never been favorable. Nigeria has not, allowed us to show our talent or to show who we are and maximize our potentials. Okay, Ota? So that is why we need to leave a contraption that does not support dreams. Ota? You tell me that you want to become. Let me even play you this. Things are going higher now. See, look at this, my sister here. Look at how much she's buying bread. I don't even know that bread has gone this far now. So it's only big men that are eating bread in Nigeria now. Listen.
You can't be 700. 1,008 for 3 loaves of bread.
Okay.
1,800 for 3 loaves of bread. Neko village is calling many of us, so we will soon go back to village. See this bread now that we used to buy 250, 150. It's now 600 naira. Sorry.
All right. Did you just hear her? You heard our sister Chioma Akpota. She's an actress. She dey do film. In case you don't know her, she dey do film. Yeah. You see, bread now is only big men that can eat bread. And somebody who a confused human being is somewhere shouting Nigeria, one Nigeria for you. You are looking for a country where there is. Go to the north now, he cannot go. But you want a country where there is a Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba. You cannot go there, but you want a country. Is that not foolishness and stupidity? You're of the highest order. Let me go to the next news. I'll show you that Speed Darlington statement. I'll be on the next one. Thank you.